Om Shuklam Bharadram Vishnum Sasi Varnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Yasyatma Bhutasya Guru Prasadhat Aham Vimuktosmi Sharira Bhandat Sarvopadeshtu Purushottamasya Tasyanre Padma Pranatosmi Nityam Prahlada Narada Parasara Pundarika Vyasamrisha Sukha Saunaka Bhishma Dhalvyan रुक्मान् उद्धव विभीषण पल्गुनादीन् पुण्यानिमान् परम भागवतं नमामि जन्मादि अस्य यतो अन्वयात् इदरश्च अज्ञात् स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदि हवये मुह्यन्ते यः सूरयः तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र सर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकोऽहं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्म प्रोचित कैतव अत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वासवमत्र वस्तु सेवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद् भागवते महामुनिकृत किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृदि अवरुध्यते अत्र कृत्भिः शुश्रूषुभिः शत्सनात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुकृतं ध्रुवसंयुक्तं विविध भागवतं रसमालय मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं शैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं बाहवत सेवया बहवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टही हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा रामा हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे Thank you. Hare Krishna. Um, First of all, I would like to welcome back someone who's been away from us for quite some time and they've joined today. That is Sharawatji's family. So I see that they are here. So thank you so much. We've been missing you for some time now, but due to this wonderful COVID-19, we are all able to connect wherever we are. So thanks for joining.
Can we see their faces, Prabhu?
Sorry?
Can we see their face?
We can do those things later. Let's go ahead and start the class. So in Bhagavad Gita, there is one particular sloka in the 4th chapter that Krishna says. He says that Chatur Varnya Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasaha Tasya Kartaram Apimam Vidhi Akartaram Avyayam. What Krishna says here is he created the 4 classes of people. Why he said in the Bhagavad Gita is because right before the sloka, Arjuna had a question of understanding what Krishna said, that you have to do things without any attachment. You have to be detached. Do not expect anything in return, any results in return. Do not think yourself as a proprietor. Considering all this factor, Arjuna felt that it's going to be mission impossible. How can you be like that? How can you function like that? It's going to be very hard. Seem to be not possible. Therefore, following up with that particular thought process, Krishna said, well, I created a program. If you follow this program, then naturally you'll be able to come to that stage. And Arjuna's question was, what is that program? What is that program that you're talking about? Well, the program is this one, Chaturvarnya Maya Srishtam. Chaturvarnya Maya system is where I've created this class Varnashrama system. That is 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas. If we follow this 4 Varnas and 4 Ashrama, then naturally you'll come progress. There's a progressive way where you can progress in spirituality and you can come to that stage of being in the Nishkama Karma Yoga. Right? There is Sakama Karma Yoga and there's a Nishkama Karma Yoga. What not Nishkama Karmis and Nishkama Karma and then Sakama Karma. Sakama Karma is where I do something, I'm expecting something in return. That is Sakama Karma. Whereas Nishkama Karma is I'm doing something I'm not expecting in return. That is called Sakama Karma, Nishkama Karma. I'm not expecting anything. So any action that we do, that's how it should be. How do we do that one? Well, Chaturvarnya Maya system. Therefore, the system has been developed. That is Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. And there are the four things. And another four things are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudras. These are four classes. If the words are, suppose some of you, if the words are new, first time you're hearing these words, do not worry about that because that is going to be the discussion for today. These are the things that we are going to discuss today. But the idea is why we are talking this in from Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavad Gita is more philosophical. Um, it's very philosophical. In fact, the best way of reading Bhagavad Gita would be first to read, some stories from Mahabharata, read stories from Ramayana, and understand some stories, and then moving on to Bhagavad Gita would be a best approach, best method if you want to study Bhagavad Gita properly. If anyone is taking Bhagavad Gita right from beginning for the first time, it's going to be very difficult for them to understand also. Therefore, stories are very important. And the same Bhagavad Gita is what has been told here in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, in the last session, we ended up seeing the story of Prahlad, story of Narsimhadev. That's what we saw in the previous session. And we also saw the story of Narsimhadev and Prahlad is being explained to Yudhishthira Maharaj by Narada Muni. Right? After that conversation is over, after the conversation is over, Yudhishthira Maharaj further inquires to Narada Muni. Okay? Yudhishthira Maharaj is inquiring about more details. He's asking, my dear Narada Muni, I wish to hear from you more about the principles of religion, which will take one to the ultimate goal of life. Okay? He's asking this one. How can one attain the goal of life? What is the goal of life? What are the things need to be done in such a way that one can attain the goal of life? Goal of life should be same to everyone. In the world, we may have different goals. My goal, as I present here, would be different, and your goal will be different, and someone else's goals will be different. So everyone's goals are different. Those goals are the temporary goals, but collectively we all should have one goal in our life, just one goal. Whether you are going to office, you're not going to office, whether you're a man or a woman, you're a child or an old one, whether you're American or Indian or Chinese, it doesn't really matter. Everyone should have one goal. Of course, not everyone is going to agree for that one, but the purpose of what we are reading here is the goal for every human being should be one, and that is to attain, to go back, to return back to God. Okay, that should be the goal. So how do we get there? How can we attain? How do we do that one? And therefore, Bhagavatam gives us all this information, how to attain the ultimate goal. And that is the question that Yudhishthira Maharaj is also asking here. How to attain the ultimate goal in our life, besides the short-term goals that we have, how to attain that one. That is no other way other than following the system that's been explained by Krishna in the fourth chapter, Chaturvarnya Maya system, by following the Varna Ashrama system, the system that Krishna has created. So many times people have this idea, the Indian religion is fully of caste system, right? The caste system is not good. Everyone should be treated equally. Caste system is not good. But then whether we agree or we don't agree, The caste system is everywhere. We don't speak about it, but the caste system is everywhere. Whether you take a church, whether you take a mass, we are speaking so much about this COVID-19. Whatever we want to say is only mask is coming, mask. That is not what I said. The mask, right? Where the Muslims, Islams, they go. So not the masks that we wear. Now, every religion, they may not speak this out. What to speak about religion, even in corporate world, in corporate, they have this grades, different grades, right? There's a department for legals. There are department who takes care of the building maintenance. There are departments who takes care of doing marketing. Different departments are there. They're very special in those areas what they do. So the caste is everywhere, and it's for a good reason, good purpose. If you use it nicely, it's going to give a good result. If you misuse it, then obviously you're not going to get a good result. Therefore, Yudhishthira Maharaj was asking this question: how do we attain the ultimate goal in our life? And in response to his question, Narada Muni says it is by having some wonderful qualities. What are those wonderful qualities? Satyam, Daya, Tapaha, Saucham, Titikshva, Sama, Dhamma, Ahimsa, Brahmacharyam, Tyaham, Swadhyayam, Arjavam, Shantaha, and he goes on with a big list, very big list in response to him. Uh, What he says is that in general, a human being means they should have these qualities. Then we can call ourselves as human being, right? Just because we are advanced in technology, just because we are better than the animals, does not make us a human. It does not make us a human. So what makes us a human? The qualities that we cultivate, qualities that we have, that makes a person, whether it's human or whether it's just taken a form of a human, but is simply an animal, right? What are the things that makes a person to be human? This is general. Okay, so if you go to a country, a Gulf country, right? In the Gulf country where there are seriously certain principles are followed there. Okay, you cannot talk to women, you cannot drink publicly, you cannot smoke. Those things are very strictly followed. And if a person from another country goes there and he returns back and he says to his friends, when I was when I was in Dubai, right, or whichever the country it may be, I I never spoke to a woman on the road. I never drank. I never smoked there. Well, what's great about it? It is the law of the government over there. You cannot do these things. Therefore, when it's a law of the government and you are abiding with those laws, there's nothing special we should speak about it. That is how it is. Right? When there is no such things, and if you are following the principles of those things, when you're not being monitored, then we can speak great about those things. I hope it makes sense. Right? In America, the culture is different. In India, the culture is different. As I said, in Gulf countries, Islamic countries, the cultures are different. So when you follow certain things, there is no rules of such things to restrict certain things from other things, then we can tell that we are following something great. Likewise, my point here is my point here is that to be called ourselves as human, there are certain principles that are inbuilt we should have. What are those things? Satyam, truthfulness; mercy, being kind to others and being compassionate to everyone and anyone; austerity, we can follow the austerity. Not any other species can follow austerity. Tolerance, discriminating between what is good and what is bad. Controlling the mind. Ahimsa, non-violence, charity, simplicity, being satisfied with what we have. And all these wonderful qualities, these are the qualities that makes a person a human. Also, many things are there. Avoiding unnecessary talk, remaining quiet and talk only whenever it is needed. Give food to people who needs food, seeing everyone equally, following the instructions of Vedas and scriptures, serving the saintly people, serving the community, right? These are the things that makes a person as human. So these are the principles that one should cultivate. Of course, we see that not everyone so. Why they all differ? Of course, because of their previous vasanas. How can one can cultivate these good qualities? How can one cultivate good qualities? By following the Varna Ashrama system, by following the system. Therefore, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudras are there. What are the duties of Brahmanas? We should know. Let's understand some of those things, which is also mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, which is what has been we are going to see here in Bhagavatam also. Brahmanas. Brahmanas have six qualities. Brahmanas means the priestly orders, priestly people. Okay, irrespective of whether you're Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, doesn't matter. If you're a priest, right? If you're in a priestly position, then there are six things they have to do. What are the six things? Patan, Patan, Yajan, Yajan, Dana, Patigraha. These are the six things that are very important. What are those things? They should read the scriptures. If you're a Brahmana, if you're a priest, we should read the scriptures every single day. Every single day one should read the scriptures. Hmm? And then not only reading, and then they have to teach the scriptures to others. They don't just keep it to themselves. They know everything and they don't want to preserve it to themselves. They don't want to teach and share the knowledge to others. It's not like that. They should learn, and what they learn, they have to teach to others. Patan, Patan, they teach to others. Next is Yajan, Yajan. Yajan means they have to do Yagya. Agni Homa, it's called Agni Homa. Every day they have to do Yagya Puja. Yagya they have to perform. Homa they have to perform. And they also have to do for others. Now, not only for themselves, they also have to do for others. And another thing is they have to accept charity. Brahmanas do not go to office. The real Brahmana, the real priest, they do not go and work outside. That's the tradition. That's how it was before. So their life is based on donation, charity, sambhavana, it's called. They do these things, they teach others the scriptures, they do puja for others. By doing so, they don't demand for this puja $100, for this puja $50. If I do a vehicle puja, you get $25. If I come and do a home at your home, $250 plus a dhoti, kurta, etc., etc. None of those things. They don't ask all those things. Whatever the host, the yajamana, the person gives him, he just takes it. He then go crying that this person only gave me this much, whereas that person, or he doesn't cancel the program and go to the rich man's house because rich man will give more donation, whereas the other one will only give few dollars. So I choose. He doesn't do any of those things. Whatever he gives, the word he gives, he takes it and he does it. He does these things. Therefore, dhana, and then whatever he gets, the remaining things he gives it off. He doesn't put it into Bank of America, Commerce Bank. He doesn't do any of those things. Whatever he has it. The rest of the things, he gives it back to the society. Hey, what about tomorrow? Well, that is why it's called as Brahmana. Brahmana means one who knows Brahman. One who is very close to Brahman, means absolute truth. Therefore, he knows very well that God is there who's going to take care of my tomorrow if I live tomorrow. Because he knows very well, I'm not sure whether I'm going to live tomorrow or not. So why even I have to worry about tomorrow? Today is my day. Let me do what I need to do. And tomorrow, if I live, God is there, He's going to take care of me. Brahmana. This is a consciousness the Brahmana lives. Fully controls his mind, senses, and performs austerity and penance. Cleanliness is an important factor for him. Okay, cleanliness. As we all know, cleanliness is next to godliness, right? We keep hearing these things. If we are not clean, first of all, we have to try to be clean externally. Cleansing inside is the biggest job. Don't worry, don't let's not even worry talk. Not I wouldn't say not worry about. Let's keep it aside. If you're not keeping our environment clean and neat, we are not going to get sattva guna, right? It is very important to keep our place, room, bathroom, kitchen, whatever it may be, very, very, very meticulously clean. If we don't do that one, then it's not going to be sattva guna. We are not going to progress. If you're not externally keeping yourself clean, then how are we going to cleanse inside all those things that we have? It's not even possible. So first start with external cleansing, keeping our house, keeping our table, keeping our surroundings, everything clean. And then that will give a mode of sattva guna. And then slowly we work towards the internal cleansing. Okay. So for a Brahmana, it is very important. For every class, it's important. For Brahmana, it's very, very, very important to be clean, right? So being satisfied is another factor. He should be completely satisfied. He should be, whatever he gets, he should be satisfied. And Brahmana is the one who forgives, and leads a simple life, very simple life. Sometimes people think, I'm a Brahmana, I'm Brahmin family. Why? Because they have this thread, you know, that makes a person as a Brahmana. No, that doesn't make a person. You have a thread, but you don't have any of these qualities, then by birth you are Brahmana, by qualities you are nothing. You're not even a human. So it's very important to be called yourself as a Brahmana. One should make sure I have these qualities of mind control, control of senses, penance, cleanliness, being satisfied with whatever I have, being forgiving and simple in life, truthful, being merciful to everyone, and completely surrendered to God. Completely surrendered to God. So that is very important factor that one should try to cultivate as Brahmana. Let's moving on to Kshatriya. Okay, as we are going further, it is the way that we should understand this is that, so therefore only Brahmana should be clean, Brahmana should be austere, Brahmana should be truthful, Brahmana should be forgiving. It's not like that. It's primarily the principal qualities are these qualities for Brahmana, but these qualities is also should be there in others also. Okay, that's a very important thing to understand. Otherwise, one should not think that I'm not a Brahmana, then I don't need to worry about being truthful. That's not the message here. Okay, Kshatriya. Kshatriya means the administrative category of people who runs a show, government, the king, a minister, right? Those are all falls under the Kshatriya. Kshatriya. Hmm? What do they do? They are very influential people, very influential people. They can't, they cannot be, they should be, they also have patience, they challenge, they are very charitable. Okay, they protect people and they protect other classes of people. They set the rules, they set the policies, right? They think forward about what is good for the citizens, for the people, for the world. So these are the responsibilities and qualities of Kshatriya. They think and live for welfare of others. Hmm? How can I make everyone happy? Put rules and laws in place so there's no any sort of unnecessary confusion happens, bad things happens, the terrorism happens. They have to protect the citizens. That is the duty of Kshatriya. Vaishyas is a third one. Vaishyas. Okay. Vaishyas are the mercantile community, business people. Hmm? They are business people who are very much into agriculture and primarily into agriculture and also into protection of cows. That's their duty. as Vaishyas. Vaishyas are the one who do agriculture, farming, trading, and also they do cow protection. In those days, tradings are totally different, not the way that we do now. The trading, on those days, where they have some product produce, and someone else will have another product. They trade. They give this product that they cultivated from their land and exchange with others by taking what they cultivate. That's how they used to do the trading in those days. Unlike now, it's all totally different. And again, agriculture, trading, and cow protection are the responsibilities of dharma of Vaishyas. Now, Shudras. What about Shudras? Shudras are those who serve the other three classes of people. What are the other classes of people? Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishyas. So Shudras are the one who serve the other community, other people, engage in their service. They get engaged in those things. That's how they do these things. The higher class can take up the lower responsibility, but the lower class should not take up the highest position responsibility. This is also there in Bhagavad Gita. We read in Bhagavad Gita. So this is the duties of men. Narada Muni says this to Yudhishthira. These are the duties of men. If these are the duties of men, what about women? Right? So there are many things that Narada Muni speaks about. What are the duties of women? Okay, I am just simply reciting or sharing what is there in Bhagavatam, what is there in Mahabharata, and so forth. Do not shoot me, please. Do not shoot me. I'm the messenger. Okay, so don't get upset. Strinam cha pati devanam. And this is going to be the first bullet on me, but that's what Narada Muni says. What Narada Muni says, Stri. Stri means woman. A married woman is called Stri. Cha pati devanam. Stri should consider her husband as Deva. Deva means God. Okay. I don't know if I should proceed further or not, but that's the first bullet it came. Okay. Now it's also very important. The husband also behaves in such a way the wife can worship him as God. If the husband doesn't have those qualities, naturally you can't expect these things to be there, right? So it's both way applicable. And also we should also understand the husband should also respect his wife as goddess of fortune. Do not think that there's a discrimination here. Why wife should only women should worship husband as God? Why can't they do the same thing? It's there. Why husband should also respect his wife as goddess of fortune, meaning Lakshmi Devi. Okay, that's how the system is. There's always mutual respect to each other. And now the wife. Let's come back to the topic of the Stri Dharma. Stri Dharma means the dharma of woman. Stri Dharma is to consider the husband as God, serve the husband the best way that she could, and make sure the husband follows the dharma and be a chaste wife. Be a chaste wife. If the wife is not chaste, everything gets spoiled. The wife should dress up herself very nicely, pleasingly, taking to the eyes of the husband. Keep the house and place very clean and nice. Invite guests to the home. Serve the guest and be very sensible to the needs of the family members. Speak sweet words. Do not be greedy. The chaste woman should never be greedy. Hmm? Should be more charitable to anyone and everyone. And she's meticulously take care of the household things. Very important point. Hmm? Sometimes Mother Sita in Ramayana, we don't hear much about our ability and skills, but Mother Sita knows in and out of all the administrative things of her husband. She knows she can run the show by herself, but she would not do that. but she knows every single thing. Likewise, women should also help, assist the husband in many, many ways that she can do, so that the husband can continue doing his dharma, whatever the dharma that he needs to perform. Right? So it's important that wife takes responsibilities and serves the husband in these many, many ways. By doing so, simply by doing this, simply by serving her husband in the path of dharma, you will be amazed what Narada Muni has to say. She will go back to Godhead. Very simple. The woman should not don't need to worry about memorizing Bhagavad Gita 700 slokas, or should not worry about doing yagyas and yagas, should not worry about chanting the Vedic mantras, Purusha Shukta and Narayana Shuktas and different things. None of those things are really needed at all to go back to Krishna. What are you supposed to do then? Very simple. Follow Stri Dharma. And what is the Stri Dharma? Serving one's husband. Well, is it so easy? Is that all we need to do as a woman? Answer is yes, that's all one has to do. Be dedicated and be a chaste wife to the husband, take care of the family, serve the husband, support the family members, take them and lead them in the path of devotion towards God. And their life is successful and guaranteed they are going to go back to Vaikunta. No question about it. Unless any of you have any questions here, I'll be happy to open up at this point before we get into the further details. Any questions?
Prabhuji?
Okay. Question from you. Okay.
So where did Yudhishthira Maharaj ask these questions?
Where did Yudhishthira Maharaj ask these questions?
Yes.
In Hastinapur.
Oh, like in the palace?
In the palace, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? The one question I see from Greg is, are women required to chant mantras? Very contradicting responses you will hear in many things. So as per the Vedic system, tradition, um, it is not necessary for women to chant mantras. As per the tradition, it is not necessary, and it is not also recommended for women to chant mantras, especially the Omkara, the Pranava mantras. There are valid reasons behind it. But to keep it very simple, this might open up bigger discussion. Traditionally, um, if you're following certain things, then the thing is that women are not recommended to chant the Vedic mantras. What about taking initiation? Initiation is to Atma. It is very important that women or men should take initiation. The initiation is not to the body, the initiation is to the Atma. Atma is neither man or woman. It is dasanu dasanu das, is servant and servant of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, initiation is must. There's no difference on that one.
Prabhu, there's one more question, that why is Krishna has Radha on one side and Krishna on the other side?
What is the question? Sorry.
If
Let
you
me.
read the chat messages, two messages above, it's from Krishna.
Okay, I cannot, for whatever reason, I'm not
Yeah,
able to go to the previous messages.
yeah.
Maybe
But
someone
anyway, I think
read that out for me.
please explain initiation.
Okay, so please explain initiation. Initiation means you're officially accepting a spiritual path. Officially accepting spiritual path. Initiation means you are getting connected to Krishna on a more official way. We approach a guru, and guru gives initiation, meaning giving diksha. Diksha is what initiation means. Is connecting the Jivatma to Paramatma. That a connection is being made between Jivatma and Paramatma through the process, and that process is done by a guru, and that process is called initiation or diksha. So the guru recommends the Jivatma us to Krishna. By doing so, there's a connection has been established, official connection has been established. That is called initiation. In other words, it's a spiritual marriage to Krishna. We all get married to Krishna spiritually. It's a big topic, but that's in short. Does it help? So it's an important ritual that one has to do if someone is very serious in life. One has to take initiation from a guru. So guru connects this person. At the time of initiation, the disciple accepts a guru, and the disciple will get a name, spiritual name, and he will get a mantra to chant mantra, and he get to do the third thing called marks on his body, urdhva pundram. So he applies marks on his body from forehead, different parts of the body, and he start doing deity worship, meaning he has a murti, the deity form of the Lord, and he start worshipping that. So these are the things happens at the time of initiation. It takes the spiritual path pretty serious. That means is officially get connected to Krishna. Unless and that happens, another important point happens at the time of initiation is, this is a key important point. At the time of initiation, all the karmas that we have are burnt into ashes. That's a bonus, right? Very important thing. That once you get connected to a guru, get initiated, all the karmas that you cannot imagine, right? We all know how much karma we have, how many lifetime we have gone through. And we can work hard by ourselves, taking many lifetime to remove the karmas. But we know it's going to be very difficult to do that program. But by taking initiation, what happens is that all the karmas, just there's no anything left out. Everything is washed away, burned into ashes. That means we start a new life. That means the initiation is a second life for all of us. The first life we take is biological, our parents, my father and mother are cause of me to get this body. So they are my parents. They gave this body to me. But then the second birth that I take is a spiritual birth, a birth of knowledge. The jnana takes birth. And that birth is given to us by our guru. Guru gives us the second birth, which is much more important and in our life than the other birth. Of course, one cannot come to the second birth unless you have the first birth. Therefore, first birth is important, which should lead us to the second birth of jnana. And that father who gives us that second birth is the guru. And that happens through this process called initiation. Initiation means accepting a guru, surrendering to the guru, and now guru takes care of this disciple to make sure the disciple return back to God at the end of this life. He assures that, he gives a guarantee that I will take care of you, that you will return back to God this very lifetime. The first thing he does is, but he does means not he does, Krishna does through this process is remove all the karma. That means his slate is starting from scratch. Everything is clean now, right? So whatever he does after that, it's going to be spiritual, akarma. There's no karma on that. At the end of this life, he can go back to Krishna. That is what initiation means. And it is important for women, it is important for men, because this is not with body, it is with Atma. Therefore, everyone should get initiated. Find a guru and then get initiated. It's an important thing. It's not optional if someone is serious in their life. And what needs to be done to get initiation? Very simple. We have to make sure we chant 16 rounds every day. 16 rounds meaning 108 into 16 times of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's one thing. And the fourth thing follows to be eligible to get initiation is one should be vegetarian. One should not eat meat, including egg, right? And then one should not gamble. One should not have any illicit relationship with other than family, meaning husband and wife. One should not have any affairs with anyone else. One should not get engaged in taking intoxication, like drinking alcohol or smoking. None of those things should not be there. These are the four things one should follow strictly in their life, and chanting 16 rounds. If one can do that, one can find a guru and get initiated. That means we should be serious, pretty serious in our life. Otherwise, we can continue taking many, many lives to get rid of our karma. And we know how hard it is. I hope this answers about a little bit about what initiation means. Greg?
Prabhu, there is a question that Krishna ji asked about the women again. That when we do our pranam, we should not say Om.
Okay, so in the way that they try to do is, instead of saying Om, it is again, if you're strictly following the traditional way of Vedic system, then Om should be chanted Om, not Om. So women can do that, not directly spelling the pranava mantra. It is said in a different way, in a different meter. Okay, but here is the thing. Thing is, if you are following certain sampradaya, a certain school of thought, please follow whatever they are teaching. Okay, if you're following certain schools of thought, whatever they are saying, simply follow that school of thought, and in that way we don't make any mistakes.
So, Prabhu, I have one quick question, Prabhu. So, for Samasaranam women, do they chant the mantra, Prabhu?
Samashrenam. Samashrenam, the mantras is given, but then those mantras, when they give, it doesn't contain the pranava mantra. So therefore, you don't need to worry about that particular part. The acharyas knows very well what to give and whom to give. Therefore, there's nothing to worry about it.
I have one more question, Prabhu. In general, I think like when we start puja, I mean, like, we started with Omkaram only, right? So
Yes.
can we chant Omkaram before we start any puja, Prabhu?
Yeah. So Omkara strictly speaking, this is called pranavam. Pranavam is the best way of addressing Om, right? Pranava mantra should come through a guru. We should not be putting on YouTube. We should not be putting on audio tapes and playing it and sing along and those things. It's not a right way of doing it. Gayatri mantra especially, right? These things have become so treated so cheaply that it's available anywhere and everywhere. Anyone, children are chanting Gayatri mantra now, right? It is not the way that one should do. One should hear the pranava or Gayatri from a guru. If guru has given you, then please go for it. Chant it. If not, it's best not to do that. I hope that's pretty straightforward, clear.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah. Any further questions on this topic? Did I miss any other question? There was someone asked about Krishna and Radha. I can't see that question unless if someone can post it again. I can't scroll up for whatever the reason. You can post it again and I try
I
to
think
see.
that was just a comment. I think that's fine.
Oh, there's a comment. Okay. So if there is no other question on this topic, if you have any questions, we can always discuss. But it is important to accept a guru. That's the key point. Without the mercy of guru, it's going to be an individual program which will take lifetime, many lifetimes, not one lifetime.
So Prabhu, one question Greg posted to me privately is that he has read in the Vedic source that the woman's voice is seductive and therefore men should not hear it. Is that correct? Because I don't know the source or anything.
Sorry, can you tell that again?
That the woman's voice is seductive.
Yes.
Therefore, men should not hear it. That's the reason.
Well, it's not like that. We don't want. I mean, there are many things that in the scriptures talk strongly about women. We have to accept that one. But why it speaks is, and to whom it speaks is also we have to consider. If you are a grahastha and you are a wife, and wife is a good singer and sweet voice, what are you going to do? Say, shut your mouth and put your mask and don't speak anything. So we have to apply those things based on the Varna Ashrama. If a sannyasi goes and starts hearing sitting in a concert and hearing some nice, sweet songs, then there's a problem. Therefore, the sannyasi should not hear such songs from a woman. But if it is a other Varna, other ashrama, then they have to do. So it depends on who you are and what's your roles and responsibility in the society. That's how we have to take it. It's not a cookie cutter rules for anyone and everyone. As I think I told this one, Grahastha means one should try to have children. That makes a family life. Family, my husband, wife means they have a children. That's how the dharma is, right? Whereas sannyasi means should not have children. Well, what about having wife? That's a stupid question. One sannyasi should not have children does not mean that he can have a wife but no children. He should not have women, association of women, because he is renunciate. So naturally, he should not be hearing the sweet voice of women because his things will get spoiled. He might fall down from his position. Therefore, Vedas and the Shastra, yes, it does say those things, but we have to apply to whom and where these things have been told. At the same time, even a grahastha, a man, should not get attracted to someone else's wife's sweet voice. Even if your wife doesn't have a sweet voice, that's your karma. So you got to live with it. That doesn't mean that you go and look for some other's wife or some other woman who has a sweet voice. Therefore, you should not get captivated. Therefore, those things become seductive, a hindrance in one's life. Therefore, keep away from these things. That's how we have to take these things. Because there is a story of a person called Bilva Mangal Thakur. This person was very saintly person, very saintly person. He had a family, he had a wife, he had a children, he had a parents. But somehow or other, this person got attracted to a person who was a good singer, somewhere, some very good singer, sweet songs. She sings bhajans. She was not singing rock and roll or jazz or all those things. That lady was only singing always bhajans, Krishna bhajan. And this person was a devotee of Krishna. He had a family. But then, because of his friend's invitation, he went and sat and started hearing to that lady's bhajan. Somehow or the other, he got attracted to the songs of Krishna. Initially, when the lady was singing, he was meditating on Krishna, thinking about Krishna and how Krishna is so wonderful, everything. Slowly, Krishna went away, and then the woman came into his picture. Now he left his family and he got attracted to this woman. He lost everything. So that's a point why the Veda says be careful. Don't get attracted to these sensual things. Do not forget your position, your responsibility and role. Therefore, the gurus are very important in our life because they will pull us out. They will correct us when we make mistake. If they don't do that, they're not gurus. They have to correct the disciples when the disciples are going in a wrong path. The meaning of guru means one who is heavy. That's the meaning of guru. So they have to be heavy. It's not like they always pat your back and say, you're doing wonderful, it's okay. They have to correct the disciples. That's the responsibility the guru has. Krishna posted another question.
Yeah.
Guru
She wants to know that Guru should know you and guide you to the direction to available God. Then why do I witness a Guru is giving initiation to all the people that he does not know the person? So how will he send his guidance?
Exactly. So therefore, it is very important that we have to choose a guru. Two things we have to know. One thing is you go to the doctor. Okay. Doctor gives a medicine. I am a patient. I am taking the medicine. And doctor knows what's the root cause of this person and he prescribe a medicine. Okay. Now, doctor knows the medicine is going to work. I have no clue what the medicine does. But my question to you back, Krishna, is the medicine going to work or not? Whether you know the medicine, what are the components in the medicine, whether you know or you don't know. My question is, will the medicine work or not? You can post it. You say yes or no. Krishna, are you there? Yeah, doctor knows you. I'm talking about the medicine here. Does the medicine, do you need to know
But the medicine would work.
Thank you. The medicine is going to work irrespective of whether you know the medicine or you don't know the medicine. We all agree to that? Yes? Initiation is a similar process where it will work. I'm trying to have a two-part to your question. Okay. First part, please understand. The initiation will work whether you know or you don't know. Whether the guru knows you 100% or he doesn't know you 100%. The initiation, the medicine will work. Now we have to take this example a little further. When I said the example of doctor and patient, we are talking about the material body disease. Correct? Therefore, for the material body disease, the doctor should 100% know you. He has to do all sort of testings. He needs to know each and everything to give the right medicine to you. That is on the material standard. Keep it aside. Now on the spiritual aspect, we are all diseased. We are all equally diseased. Guess what is the disease? Everyone is diseased.
We have the body.
We have the body. We are ignorant. Exactly. Thank you. We are ignorant. We all have the body. That means we all need one medicine, only one medicine. Unlike the other patient who goes to the doctor, I have a headache, I get a different medicine. I have a toothache, I have a different medicine. But when it's come to spirituality, we are all having the same problem. We have aham, mama, we are attached to the family, we are attached to the myself. We are thinking everything belongs to me. I want to enjoy. This is my body. This is my permanent place. We are in ignorance. Therefore, we are all having the same disease, body disease, attachment to the skin. My skin is dark, your skin is fair. I like the skin so much. We have skin disease, really speaking. So there's only one medicine. Guru doesn't need to really know you for that reason to give that medicine, because he knows 100% of the world population has this disease. So this initiation is a medicine which is going to cure, irrespective of whether the guru knows you 100% or not, is going to cure. That's the second part of the answer. The third part of the answer comes very important, is it is nice if we have an opportunity to have that intimate relationship with the guru and disciple. If we are blessed, that's wonderful. If you are not, that doesn't mean it's not going to work. It will certainly work. But therefore, it is important as a disciple, we need to understand, for my nature, my character, what type of, or how do I want my guru to be with me? Am I okay my guru to be remote, just give the initiation, I'm done, I can take care of myself? Or I need some guru who can look upon me constantly, monitor me, take care of me, understand me, and I suggest every day my progress. If we need something like that, then yes, you need to look for such gurus. There are gurus in whatever way you want. It is our responsibility that we need to go look for such guru who can take care of us the way that you're expecting, Krishna. So I'm not denying your concern. I'm just giving the different perspective of these things. The medicine will work irrespective of guru knows you or you doesn't know, you know or you don't know. Medicine will work. Well, that is not enough for me. Medicine is going to work, but I need to improve myself. I need someone to really take care of me, monitor me, suggest me. If I make mistake, correct me. I need someone. Well, yes, then you need to look for guru who's available to do that for you. And gurus are there to help you like that. Hope that helps, Krishna. Okay, good. Okay, any other questions?
Nice discussion, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you.
Prabhuji,
Yes,
when are you going to tell a story?
there's a story which is coming up where you might have not heard the story. It is Prahlad's story. Again, Prahlad is going to meet with a very saintly person, and there's going to be a conversation between the saint and Prahlad. We all think Prahlad is so great devotee, right? So Prahlad himself is going to see another great person, and he's going to learn something from that great person.
Okay.
That will be next time. So I think we can stop here. So these are very good discussions we had, because we are entering into the next chapter of further details about this Varnashrama system. But we can still entertain some questions here or discussions or thoughts.
Prabhu, I have one more question, Prabhu. Last time, I think like when we, ended up our session, like we discussed about like if God is everywhere while sleeping, that can we keep our legs towards to the God actually? So,
Thank you,
so,
Suji. You're
so
very,
what is the answer, Prabhu?
very attentive. Do you have any answer? Did you think about it?
No, Prabhu. So I have similar question also. I mean, like saying like when we are doing like a gardening thing, so we are putting so many. I mean, like sprays and so many. I mean, like the so many bugs and what will happen? All these things, Prabhu. So please give more.
Do you feel anytime? Do you feel a presence of your parents?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel you're missing, or you feel that you see something and you feel that that reminds you of your parents, or you eat something? Usually this happens. The husbands will always tell this one. Okay, if at all the wife makes something and gives, this is not like how my mom makes, right? Or somewhere they eat something. uh,
Yeah.
Shivangi Mataji was just, I don't know if she's in the call here. Yeah, she asked a question, right? So Shivangi Mataji was saying that her husband Bhupal Prabhu was eating some prashadam that someone gave, and he remembered his mom suddenly by eating something.
Mhm.
He remembered his mom because her mom used to make something like that or something like that. So because Bhupal Prabhu, who remembered that sweet by eating that sweet or whatever it is, he remembered his mom. Can the sweet become his mom?
No,
No,
no.
cannot become mom. But it reminds him about his mother. Yes?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
That's right.
nice. Very good. Likewise, if he wants to really get connected to his mother, that food is not what is going to get him connected to mother. He has to take a phone or take a flight and go and see his mother. Yes?
Yes, that's right.
Mother is physically present there. So that's how he gets connected to his mother. Even though his presence of his mother, he can see in many, many different ways. But he still have to get connected to mother in her personal form. Likewise, God is present everywhere. It is true. But for our eyes, we cannot see. Therefore, God comes in the form of Archa Murti, in the form of
Mhm.
deity.
Mhm.
You don't, when you do puja, you do at home, you do puja, you do
Yeah,
harti, right?
yeah. Mhm.
You do the harti to take it to the wall and do like that.
No,
You don't do that one. Why
no.
God is present in
Mhm.
the wall or not? Is God present in the wall or not?
Yes, he's present in everywhere means like he's present in all the places.
Yes, but then there is a procedure how to worship the Lord.
Mhm.
There is a temple, there is a puja room, there is a form of the Lord. Therefore, that is where you do that one, right? In that
Mhm.
consciousness, we should understand wherever the deities or God are present, that time that you don't put your foot facing that side, and otherwise
Mhm.
you can sleep however wherever you want to do it. That's how we have to follow this. Make sense?
Okay, thanks. So it depends on everything on our bhavana then.
Bhava. Yes.
Okay, okay.
These are the bhava.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. And that bhava that we have should be in align with what the acharyas, what the gurus have taught us. Otherwise, we will have our own bhava and think that is perfectly all right. And that we might make mistake by doing that also. So we have to make sure our bhava is in align with great saints.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, so Krishna has another comment or question. Let me read this one. I feel God has given us the body, so there is no part that is bad that can't face him with that part. Am I right? Yes, there is no part is bad. Everything is best. But then that does not mean that, let me say something. We have you have a you are inviting a guest to your house. Okay, so every part of your house is considered good, but that does not mean you serve your dinner to a guest in bathroom. Agreed? every part of the house is very important. But then there are certain things where you want to eat, where you want to sleep, where you want to do puja, where you want to have discussion. Like that, every part of the body is important for us. But then that part of the body has certain functionality, certain things that it can do. Therefore, showing the foot is not a right thing, because it touches the ground, it gets contaminated, is below the body, right? Many reasons, but that does not mean you treat the your leg or foot cheap, but it's a different function, and you don't show the foot to some great person. Why do we touch someone's feet? It's because the feet is also great. It's not only, we should not think it's a cheap one. Whenever we see the elderly person, we touch their feet. That means the feet are considered to be great also in that sense. But the same, the feet, if you show lift it and show it on someone's face, that is not considered to be good. We need to understand. Okay, makes sense? Okay, thank you. Any other questions? If no other question, thank you so much for nice questions. I hope I was able to address. If not, if you're not convinced, please let me know. We can have discussions offline. Keep asking questions. Thank you. Ashok Prabhu, back to you.
Thank you, Prabhu, for a very nice discussion today.
Sharawatji is here.
Huh?
Sharawatji is here, and this family.
Does he want to say something?
Yeah, Sonia ji,
Say.
Sharawatji, or want to speak few words? You can unmute. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, Prabhu, Ashok Prabhu.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. I think we are set for the class next Sunday, then next Saturday.
Yes, we will meet next Saturday. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Rukmini.